Yo, 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 Tyson here, coming at you guys deep from within my lair. No, just joking. Hey, I'm putting another video together, and I've made some discoveries on Google Earth that I'm going to share my theories. This is one of geology's theories on how mountain belts were created. I'm going to play it real quick so you kind of see what's going on, and I totally disagree with this theory, by the way. And you'll see when continents, and you got the plates, and you're going to see what's going on here. I just put a video up to today, and I took it back down because I wasn't happy with it, and I'm going to redo it, and that's what I'm doing now. So you'll see what's going on here and how they believe that mountains are created, and by the subductions that are dies beneath the others. You can read that. So, this being said, I'm going to get to something else to show you here because I totally disagree with this theory. Okay, I recently had a geologist send me a graph of it's some they shoot, you know, signals down into the ground, you know, like for gas and oil, and they get read the feedback. And he sent me this, and I can't find the email, so I can't show you the exact graph. But he was showing me how these curve, and he was trying to tell me how do you explain this, Tyson? How do you explain this and the layering of the creatures and everything? And I figured this out. What this is no different than on our bodies. You will not find a creature in the world that is not rounded. A bug, a bird, a mammal, it doesn't matter. Everything, even on your body, has edges and is round. There's nothing flat, nothing square. It's even your palm. If you could actually lay it out flat, it's even rounded. Everything is rounded in nature, in biology. And so what you're seeing in this graph here is just like we're made in layers. You ever have a piece of skin and you pull on it and it dives deep down in you? You'll even bleed if you keep pulling. It goes deeper, deeper, and deeper. It's because we're made like onions. Like on some of my calluses, when I pull on them and the piece will come off and I keep going, if it's the wrong direction, it'll dive straight down in. It's because it's layered. And it's the same thing with what they're seeing here. These are layer upon layer of the body, just like we have on ours. I mean, the same thing. And that's why around my place, you'll find it in layers like this. And if you were to grab a piece of that and pull on one of them layers, it dives straight down in because it's layers of these creatures just like we're layered. So now I'm going to move on from that. Okay, so these mountain ranges and the way mountains are formed, like I'm saying, I totally disagree with the way they say the plates are forming things. I realize the plates are scrubbing and they are forming small deposits of things, but nothing like what we got going on, you know, as far as they're claiming mountain ranges were made. They even say it makes their formation difficult to understand their age because they're biological and they're creatures, and they're never going to figure this part out. So anyway, we're going to move on from here, and I do understand. People tell me, well, you don't believe in the tectonic plates? Well, absolutely I do. I can see them. I have some off the coast of Oregon here. You know, we have the Straits of Juan de Fuca and everything. We got our plates are supposed to move. We're supposed to drop 9 feet, and we're all going to die pretty soon. So yeah, I understand. So let's move forward, and we'll get this, what I believe is going on, and I'll show you what I think it is. Okay, now, anybody with half a brain can come down here, you know, about Australia and take a look at all this and see that that's absolutely not what was going on with what they say creation is. I mean, you can see, like, this is the bottom of the jaw of one creature. You can see that these are actually creatures laying here, body parts laying here. That's what these are. These are the front legs or back legs or something off of something. Something off of something. That sounds kind of funny. This stuff is all over the place. This here is some kind of creature. Look at this crescent out here on its jaw, out here at the tip of its nose, eyes back in here. This is a creature laying here. I wanted to show you on this creature right here is you can see the drag marks. If you zoom in, you'll see the drag marks where something was drug and set in place like that. Okay? Alright, let's move on. Okay, there's a Verde Islands. I went ahead and got over here. Right down in here, and then you got these islands up in here and stuff, and I got to looking around, and I can't believe I didn't see this before. You see all these lines in here? These lines are drag lines, drag marks from stuff being drug, okay? Drug, yes, drug around. This right here, like this stuff right here, is residue that's left behind from this being drug over here. You get down in here, you take a look at the tip of South America and then over here towards Africa, and you take a look at this line that runs from here all the way across here and comes right into this and goes right up in here, because this drug like this, if you take a look in here, you'll see how this swept through here, and you'll see these lines where it pulled away. Now you'll see these fracture zones here, you know. That's where this stuff was over here, this stuff was over here, and they separated, it looks like to me. And they drug these lines with them, okay? Now what's amazing to me is it looks like, so this would be the bottom of this piece. So the top of this piece is actually the bottom of this. That's what we'd be seeing, because this piece got drug over here. Let me show you another piece. Okay, now it looks to me like North America used to set in here somewhere. This was right here, and all these are drag lines from it being drug over. I believe Hawaii's right where it should be. This stuff should be over here. The bottom of this, or the top of this, is actually the bottom of this piece. You can see the drag marks where this is all drug over. If you get in here and take a look at some of this stuff was sitting over here, I believe, from what I can tell. If you take a look at this stuff in here, this island is going to be the same material as Hawaii. It's going to be volcanic, because this stuff in here is going to be volcanic, okay, because it's going to be molten flesh or whatever it was. But this, California and all this, I believe, because you can see the lines in here, it used to sit over here, and this all got drug over here. You can see these lines where this stuff got drug across the top of it. You can see these lines in here, these drag lines, these drag marks, okay? That is what I'm contending. And I'll show you something else. If you get down here in South America, you can see how this drug, you can see this swooping right here. See these right in here? These lines? You can see how this came up like that. Because everybody knows this stuff all used to be connected. If you come over here, this used to set against this. But the lines right here, if you take a look at this fault line right here, it matches perfectly the contour of all this. That means this was setting over here and it slid over here. This was here, it looks like it slid over here. And look what's left. It looks like it got detached, slid apart. And if you get in here and look at these lines, you can see these lines in here where this stuff swirled over here. And then a lot of it's filled in. And I'll show you something else here. Hold on. If you come down here and take a look at Madagascar, it used to set just like that. You can see the indentation, and it swung out. You can see the swooping, the drag marks from it. It used to sit right in here, and you can see how it swung out here. Stuff has been drug all over. You take a look at this down here. This is incredible. This is swung this way, and look what it's left behind. It's left all these islands as residue, okay, as it swung across. Everybody knows, or most people know, this all was connected at one time. You come in here, you take a look at this stuff, how these arms swung around. It's all over the place. Look at this. You can see something swung through there. Now you can actually see where this stuff is slid across, left that residue there. It looks like it started right in here or something. But look at these lines in here. That's coming from this landmass sliding across. Look at this up here, and look at this dip. And look at this piece right here. Something swooped through there and left this debris here. See that? That's what's going on here, in my opinion. It's not what they're telling us, that's for sure. Okay, if I angle that just like that, you can see where that was drugged through there and left that. You can see it looks like it started out here, but you can see all these drag marks. And they made these indentations through this. See this? And it's my contention, these little islands, or these little pot marks in here, they got left behind. They're the bottom part of this piece, or these pieces, but these are body parts. That's what my contention. All this in here, you know, the dragon, you know, there's pieces in here, parts in here. These pieces in here are over here now. This all used to be together, and when it come apart, this stuff gets left behind. This all stuff just drug apart, and pieces, chunks got left behind. That's what I'm seeing. Same thing up in here. These pieces got left when things got drug apart. These little islands and stuff. Okay, we're back over the Verde Islands here. And I noticed that they are actually In my opinion, here's what's going on. These islands and these islands, when this swung over, these got left there. Because if the geology, which it's actually biology, is the same as this here, and it should be, because these are actually part of this. They got left behind as this settled into place. These used to be part of this, in my opinion. But you can see all these drag marks. These are drag marks, okay? That's what these are, is drag marks. Stuff is dragged across there, and yeah, no different than you sliding furniture across a kitchen floor with a bunch of material. Look how, you can see how this line, this used to set up here, and look in here. Something this has come across and moved this way. You can see the lines coming off it, like it's traveling that way. It's a no-brainer. You can see that. To me, anyway. Look at this down in here. Just all this stuff is trails, drag marks from this stuff spreading apart. Okay, you come down here to South America, you dive down in here and you see these drag lines. There, there, there. Some of them are getting, you know, covered in silt now and stuff, but there's drag lines, drag marks all along and through here where this stuff drug. You can see some down here where it went up. This stuff got all shifted around. It's amazing. But you can see these drag marks. That's what those are, is drag marks, in my opinion. Anybody that knows anything about a little bit of hunting and knows about tracking, they'll see that. You notice how this is really rounded and dark in these corners in here? You ever notice that? If you get down here and look at this. Okay, so my contention is all this stuff became detached from this main piece we're seeing and has slid around in different places. That's what I'm contending. And I don't know what this is about. I don't know how it became detached and was able to slide around, yet we still got this piece below, other than what we're seeing now used to be what's below the bottom of our continents. We're seeing the top of the bottoms of these. That's so I don't know if you could slide all this stuff back over and it would line up with orifice, you know, holes that are in the earth right now, volcanoes or whatever. But you can get in here and you can see how this stuff has been slid around and taken apart. I believe these are just, when it came apart, these are just drag marks. My elevation don't work on my pointer here, so I can't tell elevations. It hasn't worked in a long time, so I'm stuck at 0 all the time, so I can't tell what the elevations are in feet, which is really important to me because I can tell what's what. Alright, so that's about what I got going on here tonight. Okay, so that's what I'm contending. What you're looking at right now, right there, is actually the bottom of this piece. So this would be the top of the bottom of that. Okay, this got taken off there and slid over to here, so this would have been the bottom of that piece. And of course you can tell that this is not, this is something biological. This is not what they want to claim. Impossible. Not for what they're, not from what we're seeing and what they're claiming. As far as being geological and the way it was formed, in my opinion. You get down and take a look at some of this stuff, how it rolls like that. Just like I showed you in South America. You take a look at this stuff in here. If we can trust this, and it's Google Earth and they're being legit, that's what I'm saying. This stuff all got slid over. You can see the slide marks. You can see the slide marks right there. Something slid. Okay? You can see it. Look at this. Come in here and look at this stuff. Alright. Alright, I'm going to wrap it up with this. If you come in here and take a look at this, look at how it comes across and swirls. See that? And turns. That's from this piece. Look at these in here. How they come in here and swirl right to this piece. It's because this came out of here somewhere and turned right here. This piece did. This piece here looks like it moved this way. And it looks like this is where the fracture zone is, where they were both butted together right through here and they separated. You can follow these trails. It's not that complicated. Follow the money. No, anyway. Alright, that's all I got. I'm out of here. Hope you're all not dizzy. I know I'll have a lot of flat earthers hitting me on this one, so please don't do that. I don't want to get hammered with flat earth stuff. Thank you. Have a great day. God bless. And bye-bye now.